So after being absent for 2 months, I'm finally back on track to complete my goal of posting 100 videos by the end of July. I've got a lot of ground to make up. So I thought I'd start today by addressing a lot of the questions I've been faced with from all of you on Facebook and in person and over the phone, all the conversations I've had lately about why I'm leaving retail and what the next move is going to be. So first of all, retail. As a lot of us already know who are in retail, and some of us might have guessed who are not, but very few people in corporate are admitting, retail is changing. It's not going to change back. We are witnessing the decline. I feel like I'm one of those musicians on board the deck of the Titanic who's playing as it sinks. I don't want to be going down with the ship. I can no longer make enough money to pay my bills. I'm pulling from savings every month, even though I'm working just as hard and I'm selling almost as much. Let me tell you, 5 years ago, I made the most money I've ever made in my life in a single year, working for J. Crew, actually. The following year, I sold more, I worked more hours, and I made 30% less. There's something wrong with that. That's when I left and went to Saks. First year at Saks, I knew I'd make a little less because I had to build up a clientele. I did okay. Next year, I did better. The year after that, I made less than the previous year. Not okay. This year, I'm trending down even more, even though I'm now established in a new market. Because retail is changing. People don't shop the way they used to shop. First of all, people shop online. The online shopping is out of control. And I know this from my own experience too. I used to go to stores. I don't go to stores anymore. I really don't. I hardly spend anything at a store. I don't even go in. That's true of almost everybody now. People buy online. And the people who do go into the stores for the experience don't spend enough money to keep the doors open. There is that, of course, tiny percentage of the population who still spends their money. But a lot of those people, the people of the old guard who were the ones who made these stores successful in the first place, they're actually dying. They're in their 80s and 90s now. They're not even around. The people right below them who are now retiring or have been in retirement are not spending their money the way they used to. They have everything they need. They're still going to the store, but they're returning things. They're returning almost everything they buy. They're spending the same several $1,000s over and over again. They're not keeping us in business. People my age are, even if they have a high-paying job and live in a penthouse, they're still shopping at Zara and they're buying stuff 70% off designer sale because they understand they can get something for less money and they're intelligent consumers. They'll also buy things just when they see them when they're shopping abroad, when they're on vacation. They don't have time in their daily lives to go shopping. And when they do have time, they're doing it online, on a break at work or on their commute. So brick and mortar is a thing of the past. We're going to see a total collapse of this as far as big box stores and as far as large retailers in the next 10 years, probably less than that. I predict that even Saks Fifth Avenue on Fifth Avenue, New York, will shut its doors in less than 10 years because that real estate is more valuable as real estate than it is as a business. It can no longer support itself. People don't shop the same way, and this is true mostly in the US. Not quite as true in Europe. Some of these boutique brands, these higher-end brands that are based in Europe will do okay, because they're going to be able to keep their doors open just because of the business they have in Europe. They can keep flagship stores open just to have a presence there. They don't need that location to be as profitable. And they can use it as sort of an in-person catalog. We might see some more guide shops happen too, although I think those will be limited as well. Companies like J. Crew are going belly up. They've eliminated their personal shopping programs entirely. You may not know if you don't work in retail, but the associates who help you in clothing at Saks and Neiman's and such do not get an hourly wage. We are paid only in commission, and that only is on what you keep. If you price adjust it, if you return it, that comes out of our paycheck. And we've now spent the time selling you the item, but we get nothing for it, and we can't get the time back. So myself, I'm now making the least I made in the last 5 years, actually the last 7 years, and I can't pay my bills anymore. I'm living off savings, and I'm scrimping and saving every dime just to make ends meet. I took my last vacation. The last vacation I'll be able to afford for a long time because this business is changing and it's happening so quickly. So that brings me to the next thing. What am I going to do next? Well, I'm done selling stuff. Honestly, I found out recently that fashion has the largest carbon footprint of any industry on this planet except for the automobile industry. I want nothing to do with that. I want to make this world a better, cleaner place, have more longevity, have places for all of your children and grandchildren. I probably won't have them of my own, but I want them for all of yours. I want this planet to still be beautiful. I want to preserve this planet and nature and make this a good place for us to live. Fashion does the opposite of that. So do automobiles. I don't own a car either. So I'm looking at what can I do next to affect more people. So that plan is in video part 2.